International Royals TV, and thank you for clicking on this live stream. Please thumbs up if you haven't already. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please check out our community tab for more interesting content, and don't forget to check out our playlist section too. And today I've got an exciting guest here, and they go by the name of Reality Mental Health RMH channel. Please subscribe to that channel as well. Hello, Reality
Hello,
Mental Health.
hello, International Royals. Thank you so much for having me on your channel today. I'm looking forward to our discussion.
Baron, thank you so much for being here. Okay, so let's get into it. And by the title, you already know what we are discussing today. And basically, some people are happy that Queen Camilla or Camilla was crowned Queen Camilla, and some people are not happy about it. But let's just have a few recollection of how their relationship came about in the first place
Mm-hmm.
and who met who first.
Okay.
So let's go ahead. So King Charles, or as he was known back then, Prince Charles, met
Mm.
Camilla Parker Bowles for the first time in 1970 at a polo match, and they started dating.
Oh.
They broke up when Charles went to sea. And then in 1973, which is 3 years later, Camilla married Andrew Parker Bowles. And then in 1981, Charles married Diana. So some people ask the question, why didn't Charles marry Camilla?
Mm.
And the reason for that is the monarch or the heir to the British throne, it's
Mm-hmm.
preferred that they marry a virgin. And since
Oh.
Camilla had already had previous relationships or dated before, then that ruled her out of marrying the heir to the British throne at
Oh.
that time. But don't you think that that's the reason why people are in power, for them to change the rules? They could have changed the rule at that time to
Y-
allow him to marry her.
Yeah, I maybe, but that was back in the day. If you think about
Mm,
the
mm, mm,
70s, that
mm.
was a long time ago. I don't.
Yeah.
I think this flexibility and rules and stuff like that is only a new new age thing. I don't know. Yeah. So so you said that King Charles, who was Prince Charles at the time,
Mm.
he dated Camilla before he met or dated Diana.
Yes, because he met Camilla in 1970,
Okay.
and then him and Diana got married in 1981.
Oh, okay.
That's
So that's a
close
good
to
9.
11 years, is it?
Yeah, 9 years or something. I don't
Do
know.
you
Can't count.
think? For once I can count. Right. So I'm thinking, what do you think of that 3 year gap period? Because in 1970 they met, and then 3 years later, in 1973, she married Andrew Parker Bowles. Do you think if she had stayed patient and waited for Charles at the time to get married, they would have got married, or the situation would have been the same? She wasn't a virgin, so she just wasn't a virgin.
you can't you can't reverse being a
Yeah,
virgin,
yeah,
can you?
exactly.
And the other thing is, back in the day, I don't think they would have changed the rules then
Right,
in the
right,
70s.
right.
So did you say that Charles went to sea?
Yeah, that's what it says. He went to sea. So
Okay.
basically, that means he was away for a period of time, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Doing
yeah,
service or whatever they do.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that was the
So,
rule that was the rule at the time.
yeah.
They could not get
So
married.
the next question is, do we think Camilla deserves to be queen, considering what went on? Well, they loved each other. I mean, Prince Charles and Camilla loved each other
Mm,
from the beginning.
mm,
Unfortunately, they weren't allowed to go ahead with their marriage. So basically, if the royal family, the monarchs or the queen, allowed Charles and Camilla to get married straight away,
mm.
then everything would have been smooth sailing, basically. because it's
Mm.
just two people that met and fell in love.
Mm.
So if they were allowed to go ahead with their marriage straight away, because it's destiny anyway, ended up being destiny. They were destined together. They're together. They got
Yeah.
married in the end. So you
Mm.
know what I mean. And
Yeah.
then Diana would have been living happily somewhere else with someone
Yeah.
else as well. Well,
Yes.
it's destiny for her to unfortunately passed away young, but in a a hypothetical situation, she would still be alive and she'll be happy with a man of her own, children of her own, with another partner, basically.
Yeah, in the sliding doors situation, sliding
Yeah,
doors, that film.
yeah,
Yeah, if like different choices had been made, then the whole situation would be completely different. Um, I think that's the problem with rules, isn't it? Like strict rules,
yeah.
because they, like you said, they loved each other at the beginning. So,
Hmm.
but they were not allowed to marry. So what can you do in that situation? At the time, wasn't King Charles, it was Prince Charles, and he had to do
Yes,
what the Queen said.
yeah,
And the Queen was quite strict and formidable, so he
yeah,
didn't have a choice.
yeah. What about all
Mm.
these people? Do you get it in your comment section if you upload anything to do with the royal family as Camilla?
Mm.
Then
Hmm.
they'll some will say, oh, it's Camilla. Some will say it's Queen Camilla. Some will say it's Queen Camilla consort. So whichever variation of her name, they're not happy with it. And then
Mm.
a lot of people are saying, not my queen, not my
Mm.
queen. She'll never be my queen.
Yeah, yeah,
They've basically, and a lot of people have said it's not very nice, but it's kind of factual. I don't know. It's kind of the truth. But it's not
yeah,
very nice. Basically, some people have been very horrible and said that somebody that's having or had affairs should not be a
yeah,
role model.
yeah.
And
Well,
then another
they've
person,
both had affairs.
yeah.
So I think that's a bit rich. Like I don't like it when they have one rule for men and
Oh
another
yeah,
rule for women.
double standards, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. They both had affairs, which is just wrong as well. So
And
they
they've
both,
some people in the comment section have said that it's not right for a side chick basically to become queen. Like, who does she
yeah,
think she is? Yeah. Yeah, I've had that in my comment
side
section.
chick.
Yeah, people have not held back.
it's 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 true. She is a bit. Yeah. She was the side chick, the
Mm,
concubine, or whatever.
mm, mm.
If you guys, thanks for joining. If you've got any comments or questions or anything that you want us to touch upon, please put your thoughts in the comments. We'd be happy to hear from you what your view is, what you think.
And don't forget
Um,
to subscribe. Please thumbs up this live stream as well. And subscribe to International Rose TV. Also, please subscribe to Reality Mental Health RMH. She's our special guest on this show today. Please subscribe to her channel as well.
thank you. Thanks. Yeah, so I think we're in terms of her title or what we refer to her
Yes,
as,
yeah,
she is Queen Consort. That is just
right,
a fact because
right,
she married the royal family. She
right.
is not a royal by blood.
Yes,
So I don't know why they're calling her Queen, because she's actually Queen Consort. And I don't know, to me, I think it's kind of disrespect to the Queen, but that's
yeah,
just,
Queen Elizabeth II, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, what about the fact that, Catherine Princess of Wales, when she becomes queen, she's gonna be queen consort as well. Like you're
Exactly.
saying, that's just a title, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's just what she is. She's queen consort. They distinguish between the
Yeah,
bloodline
yeah,
and
yeah,
the,
yes,
if they marry outside the bloodline, then
yeah,
they're commoner. So they don't
yeah,
get the same title.
yeah.
Mm,
I this is just what I think, or could be what, yeah, I let's just say this is what I think. Because um Prince Charles at the time, he didn't get his way, wasn't allowed to marry Camilla, love of his
mm,
life. you know, when he's supposed
Mhm.
to marry her and he's young, in his prime, in his youth,
Mm.
he was stopped to do that. So he might have felt like, and then the Queen said Camilla should be known as Queen Camilla Consort. And he's like,
Mm.
well, in his mind, he might have been like, well, my mom has been controlling me since. Now she wants to be controlling me from the grave again. You know,
Mm.
kind of F that. No, she's going to be Queen Camilla. She's dropped the consort, forget consort. She's going to be Queen Camilla as I want
Mm.
it. So he's finally standing up for himself, basically.
Mm. Yeah. Previous queen consorts have also dropped the consort part,
Okay.
apparently. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So it's not a
really?
new thing.
Oh, okay.
There was on Netflix there's a program on Queen Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she wasn't queen, she was queen consort because she married, I think it was George. Yeah. So she became queen because he wasn't well,
Oh, yeah.
and she
Exactly.
dropped the consort. Yeah. So it's
Oh, did
been
she
done
drop the
before.
consort herself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but in
Yes.
this case, it's different
Yeah. Yeah.
because it wasn't her choice to drop the consort, was it? I
Yeah.
think it was Charles' choice to drop the consort.
Yeah. And Charles is actually reigning in this
Yeah.
circumstance. Like he's well, um, like mentally and physically well
Yeah,
up
yeah,
until now that we
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Whereas I think it was George that Charlotte was.
Yeah,
If
he
anyone remembers the name of Queen Charlotte's husband, let us know. And yeah, he
I
had
think it
mental
was
health.
George. Yeah, I think it was George. It was.
Yeah, it was George.
Mm,
He had mental health problems.
mm.
I think from the film, it looked like he had bipolar disorder.
Oh, okay, possibly. Is that what he had?
Maybe they didn't
Okay,
actually give
okay.
the diagnosis, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
might have been bipolar because at some points you could see that he was fine and functioning and normal, and then
yeah.
at other points he was talking about stars and taking his
Oh,
clothes
yeah,
off,
I
which
remember.
is showing signs of mania.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So um yeah. Anyway, back to the topic. I'm talking about mental health because
Exactly, I've
that's what I cover
digressed.
on my channel.
Yeah, you could. Well, what do you think is the mental health aspect of this? Do you think it affects Camilla in any way? That she's now queen and people are saying, not my queen, you know, do you
Of
think that has any
course.
mental impact on her?
Yeah, yeah, of
On her?
course. Any negative, any negative, unless you're very, very thick-skinned and
Mm,
you
mm,
don't
mm,
care.
mm.
Another thing that the royals do is they try not to read the papers, or
Yeah,
so they say.
yeah,
So they're able to ignore anything that the press says. The other thing is that the press, they love picking on people.
yeah,
Yesterday it was Meghan and Harry. Today
yeah,
it's the Queen.
yeah,
Tomorrow it's Kate.
yeah,
They they chop and change. So,
yeah, yeah, that's true.
mm, so I
That's
think they
true.
just don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's true.
But any negativity is just not nice for anyone to
Yeah.
receive.
Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, it's awful. And to be fair, apart from obviously her past and the obvious thing that people dislike her for, was
Mhm.
basically ruining Diana's life, making
Mhm.
Diana upset, and the
Mhm.
affair messing up her marriage, basically,
Mhm.
what the
Mhm.
public, what the people in my comment section are saying.
Mhm.
But to me, when I look at footage of her, like when you get to see her real personality,
Mhm.
you can see that she's actually a nice person. And when
Mhm.
she interacts with the people, just her general mannerisms, how she
I
talks to
haven't seen
people.
that.
Oh, okay. If you watch some footage of her,
Mm.
you can see her on YouTube when she interacts with people. She's quite friendly, you know, quite humorous, quite nice, quite gentle. So
Mhm.
basically, if they had been allowed to get married from the
Yeah.
beginning, she wouldn't be one of the most hated women, planet. Or see, you know what I mean? That like
Yeah.
no one in the comment section, in my comment section, will be dissing the Queen, well, Queen Camilla, and saying all horrible stuff about her because of the affair. If that affair aspect was taken out of the picture, she's actually a
Yeah.
good person. But all they
But
can remember is her for the affair, and that's it.
when I see her, I don't get that vibe. I get like a negative vibe, but
Oh,
maybe that's just me because I saw one video where someone was trying to
oh,
talk to her and she was like, "Oh, I need to hurry, I haven't got time," type of thing. It's like any other royal wouldn't even say that. They would just wait and at least give the person a minute before they move on.
maybe they were asking her a question that she didn't want to answer, or she didn't know how to answer.
Not
She didn't want to
really.
put her on the spot, or maybe it was snowing that day,
It wasn't.
or
You
maybe it's
just, I
raining.
can tell you just love her and you just give her any excuses in
No,
it.
no, 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 because I think I saw that piece of footage. What you're referring
It
to,
wasn't snowing,
I think I
and
saw it. Was it
yeah,
the one where she said, "Oh, it's a bit late"? Were they asking about King Charles' health at that time? Is that the one that you said?
no,
And she said, "Oh,
no.
we're a bit late now."
I
And
think she was maybe she was running late.
yeah. Yeah, she does tend to arrive
And
late.
then the way she was fussing with her hair when they were crowning her as well, it's just like a bit too diva-ish
Oh,
for me.
right, okay. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's true. So I've seen different aspects. I've seen different sides of her basically. Yeah. It's
Mm.
not all good. It's just like a normal any other human being anyway. We've got
Yes.
good days and bad days anyway.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? But from the footage I've seen of her, she interacts with the people well on those public engagements. Yeah, she's doing it. And she's holding down the fort while the rest of them are sick. She's the one who stepped up and, going around doing all the engagements and, interacting with the people. And she's
That's
doing it
true.
well. She's quite a strong woman, actually, to be fair.
But
She's
have you
strong.
seen that she's taken a break? She's
How
gonna be
has
taking a
she?
break 2 weeks or something.
2 weeks. So who's
That
gonna fill
I
in?
I have no idea. But I think they were saying that, or maybe it's a couple of days. If anyone knows, please put in comments to
Oh, okay.
correct us if we're wrong. But
Oh,
they're talking about her having a break from the royal duty. But the other thing is that
you deserve to have a break though,
at
'cause it can't all be on one person's shoulders, to be fair.
yeah, yeah, of course. But at this time, it shouldn't actually be her who's stepping into the shoes. Meant to be Prince William.
But then, excuse me, at the same time, Prince William can't handle everything as well. And this is the reason why,
Mm,
do you remember back in the day, like when the
mm.
royal family was on the balcony, it was full.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
had the Dukes of, I don't know, Kent, all the
yeah.
other places, not just, Sussex,
Mm,
all those, they had a lot of them, like the balcony was crammed.
mhm,
And then
mhm.
these days, who have we seen on the balcony? It's gonna be, I mean, Prince William and his
It,
family, the King and
it's
Queen.
it's like
And
empty, isn't it?
exactly. Yes,
Whatever's
it's empty. Yeah. So they're talking about slim down monarchy. So
Oh
then
yeah,
now that you've slimmed down the monarchy, it's like you can't start using people. You can't start saying, "Oh, we'll get Princess Beatrice to start doing royal duties." But no, why wasn't you letting her do royal duty before? Can't just
no,
start
of course.
using people.
Of course they can. This
Oh,
is the royal family.
no,
Come
it's
on,
not right though, because they've got their own lives, they've got their
it's
own
not
job.
right.
They're not getting royal salary. I don't know how that part works, but
They will
you
get
can't
paid
start
though.
using people. No, to me, it's not right because
Mm,
if they didn't get sick, they wouldn't start saying, "Oh, we need to draw from other
yeah,
members of the royal family," which is they treat the rest of the royal family as nothing. Let's just be
yeah,
real. Let's
yeah.
just be
That's
real.
true.
The first in line. It's
Mm,
just the first in line is the most important. Everyone else is just,
secondary.
it's,
Oh,
I
are
would.
you sure? Are you sure
I
you would
would.
have a choice?
Oh wow, really? Do you think it's by force? I'll be
Of
like, no,
course.
you couldn't be, you haven't been using me, you haven't been treating me as important before. So now all of a sudden that all of you are sick. Now you want to be drawing on me and
Okay, okay.
pressure
Number
me.
one. I don't think you can say no to the King of England.
Really?
Number 2,
Really?
they would be happy to be in the limelight for 2 minutes. Imagine you're a cousin of the royal family and
Really?
you're never seen. No one ever takes a picture of you. No one ever talks about you. And then all of a sudden you've got a chance to be center stage. Of course you would do it.
Really?
Mm.
Oh, I don't feel that way. I'll feel like I've already got my day job that I'm doing. Not just gonna